According to the U.S. Census Bureau, in the last 3 years, the number of women-owned businesses has doubled, with more than 9.1 million operating this year. Women are starting businesses 1.5 times the national average, but there's still a lot of catching up to do, as less than 30% of businesses are run by women. Our next guest leads a company while balancing a home life with 3 teenagers. She is president and CEO of Homecorp, providing construction, remodeling, even interior design of the area's largest luxury homes. Sandy Tabacinic. Did I say your name correctly?
Tabacinic.
Tabacinic.
Yes.
I should have asked for the pronouncer beforehand, but it's a mouthful. But either way, Sandy, you're known all around this area for the work that you guys do on some beautiful properties.
Well, thank you. I love it. I love what I do, so.
You do, and you give some very good practical advice for retouching and kind of giving that finish to people's homes as well. But this is what I want to get down to. This is what I love about you. You are working with men every single day.
Yes.
And I would say a lot of women inevitably are going to work with men every single day. But sometimes we get it twisted, thinking they should be thinking like us.
Oh,
they will never think like us.
Never. No, you have to understand it's men have a, sounds bad, but they have a one-track mind. You know, while we're thinking about 5 things at once and we're already ahead of the conversation, 3 steps ahead, they're still going through point 1 because they need to focus on each thing as they go.
And that doesn't make them worse or us better.
No,
it's just different.
It's just different. It's just so when you're talking to them or giving instruction or trying to get a point across, you have to understand that you can't deviate. You have to make sure that you've gone through that point and then you can go to the next one.
And how do you, at working with this army of men, mostly army of men that goes out and works on these homes, avoid stepping on toes? Because you come out there and you got to tell people what to do, but it's not as much about being the boss as kind of speaking that language, correct?
Yes, I mean, well, a lot of the guys that I work with, they've been in the business as well. So I have to show also respect because, you know, they also know what they're doing. I like to hire people who know what they're doing as well. So I know what I want to happen and they're going to get me there. So I have to be polite, I have to be nice, but I have to make sure they understand who's the boss and what has to happen at the end.
Right, but it is about learning to work together.
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of, sometimes even actually when I go out with my girlfriends, I have to completely mind shift because it's a completely different conversation and a different rhythm to it, so yes.
It's like a dance.
Yes.
It's like a samba versus a merengue.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you have traveled the world and you are bilingual. Has that helped you a lot in this industry?
That is, I think, probably aside from being organized, language is probably the biggest asset that you can have in this industry. And especially in Texas, I mean, even with clients, it's been a very big asset.
And it would, I would think, expand your business to double because you can work with people who are, you know, primarily English speakers and others who are not.
Yeah, and I've had designers that are very happy that I'm the construction end of it when they do their projects, and I can be a translator as well, because sometimes things can get lost in the translation.
Yeah. What do you think, what was the one reason for you stepping in to this field?
Well, I started working for somebody else, but I felt, as a woman specifically, I just felt, you know, there's a better way to do this. I think I can just bring something to this, that communication, the way that you actually design, especially home design. You know, I just thought there was like that woman touch missing in closets, light, kitchens. I just kept thinking, I have to bring my own perspective here.
So you brought the flavor or the touch that would appeal to not only women but men, because I'm sure there are plenty of men who just saw what you did and said, that's exactly what I wanted. How come they didn't show me this before?
Well, you know, my biggest thing, for example, is just even in a kitchen, like a man will design it facing, I don't know, but the sink facing some way, and I'm like, you want to prepare the food and you want to be with people. You don't want to be over there and then everybody's here. So there's certain things that I think, I've washed the dishes. I cook, you know, I cook. So I understand, you know, while I'm cooking, how I want company to be with me. So it's this understanding that I want to say I have over men that I think allows me to be good at what I do, and that's why I like it so much.
It certainly complements the construction industry and the design industry and architecture. So what would you tell women, you know, even those who are out there right now, about going into a field that might be dominated by men? Reading recent articles, I've seen a lot of people in Silicon Valley and in tech and engineering. They might be the only woman in an office or at a firm. Yeah. And sometimes that messes with you if you're not used to it. So what do you tell women who might be in a male-dominated field? It's like, it's going to be okay.
as a business owner, having a woman come into work for me, you can feel proud because the skills that you have, I would hire a mom, somebody who has multitasking skills, somebody who has the understanding of the needs of others, somebody who's organized. I would hire that person over a college grad any day. So you bring those skills and you be proud of them and you use them because they have more value than you realize.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's welcome all of our other guests on. Erica, we've got Esther and Nina, our executive coach, our national consultant, author, speaker extraordinaire, our publishing company owner, mama. I mean, we've just got the whole gamut. Every single one of these women, moms and business experts, and we have resources. We're going to put all of that information on our website, TXA21 Cares. But before I forget, Sandy's design business at homecorptexas.com. That's homecorptx.com. And we just want to thank all of you for all of your really modeling of how women truly can have it all. Why not?
Thank you.
And we want you to stay plugged into DFW. If you missed any of the information in this show or any other Plugged Into DFW show, you can always go to our website to find out more. That's TXA21cares.com. You're going to find links to all of our guests. Plus, once the show airs, right after this, we're going to link the entire program on our website so you can watch what you might have missed while you were eating breakfast. And we'd love to hear from you. If you've got a community issue or concern, send us an email. Our address, pluggedintodfw@cbs.com. Thanks again for being with us, you in the audience. We're going to see you next week. Until then, I'm Adrienne Bankert reminding you to stay plugged in to DFW. Thank you guys so much. Round of applause.
Thank you.
And just stay in place. And wait.